Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a get ready with me. I'm going to be using pretty much everything from my Sephora VIB sale haul. I also have some other newer releases, some products that launched earlier this summer to share as well. And I've also been testing out the products for at least a couple days so I can give you some updates for my haul and little mini reviews as well. So if you guys want to see me get ready using all new makeup, everything that I recently purchased, then just keep on watching. Alright, so before I get into the makeup, I want to give you an update on two skincare products I purchased during the sale. This is the MARC Youth Quake. I am liking this so far. It is just a really lightweight gel moisturizer. I put this on this morning. I have a feeling I'm going to end up purchasing a full size, which I know is like 50 bucks or so, but I just love this packaging so much. It has a really nice gel consistency, really nice light tropical scent as well. So liking this moisturizer so far. That's what I have on my skin today. Also really enjoying the Hangover RX Good to Go moisturizer with SPF. Normally what I do is first thing in the morning I'll put on a moisturizer with SPF because I normally end up just walking to the gym for a mile and I want to make sure I have something with SPF on. So I've been wearing this for the last couple of days. And then afterwards when I come home, shower, if I'm not going to go out the rest of the day or go out in the sun or anything, I will switch to a moisturizer that doesn't have SPF. So that's when I will wear this one. So I end up wearing it both throughout the day. But really like this one. I really like the coconut scent in it and it makes me excited to put it on because I really dread putting on moisturizer. I just hate the feeling of moisturizers that have SPF and you could just feel the stickiness, the oiliness, and the smell of SPF. That smell makes me, I really don't like it. It makes me really unhappy every time I put it on. But this I really like so far because it has a very, very light coconut scent and it's a very lightweight moisturizer. So getting into another moisturizer that I use as a primer, this is the Kylie Skin Face Moisturizer. This is what I've been using as primer every day for 3 months, honestly. I have to kind of force myself sometimes to use a different primer just because this makes my skin hydrated. It's slightly pore filling. It's a really awesome moisturizer and it's a really great base under makeup. So I just love it so much and I haven't been using any other primer. If I do, it's because I'm trying to just declutter and use up things in my collection, but this is my favorite primer of this whole year. And then for foundation, I'm going to be using the Anastasia foundation. I'm in the shade 250C, and this is actually a really good match. I've been happy with it. I'm just going to apply it on a brush and then just blend it out with a beauty blender. I'm just doing 2 pumps. Might add a little bit more, but this is now the 4th day. I'm applying a bit more. This is now the 4th day that I'm wearing this foundation and I'm really loving it. This will for sure be in my next favorites. I can't see it not being in a favorites because I've been so happy with it. I've been outdoors wearing this foundation and wearing it full days and I haven't seen any drawbacks in the wear time or anything. The finish of this foundation is so pretty. It does smooth out your skin. It gives great coverage. I would say a medium to full coverage. Highly recommend it for sure. And I actually didn't expect to love this foundation once I started seeing reviews, just because I feel there's been mixed reviews or it hasn't been as hyped up as I wanted it to be or expected it to be. But I absolutely adore this foundation and it's really hard for me to love a foundation, honestly. I did just go ahead and add a little bit more. I love the way that it makes any texture or pores around the center of my face or nose really blur out. And you can see I'm applying a little under my eyes just so you guys can see the coverage because it really gives nice coverage. I like the consistency of this foundation a lot because it really sticks onto your skin. If you're breaking out, sometimes a lightweight or a dewy foundation, if you put it on the breakout, you have to go in with 17 layers for it to actually stay. But this has a little bit of a thicker consistency. So it really grips onto your skin. It's awesome. It really reminds me so much of Too Faced Born This Way. That's the best comparison I could give because that one is also really blurring, a little bit more luminous and really good coverage. I'd say Born This Way from Too Faced maybe has a bit more coverage. So if you love that foundation, I think you'll love this one. And then for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Stay Naked concealer from Urban Decay. I wear the shade 40 NY. This is another face product that I've been obsessed with the last month. Foundation and concealer for me is really hard for me to love. Like, I love eyeshadows, I love lipsticks, but when I find a foundation or concealer, like, I stick with that every day forever. Like, I don't like to try, once I find my favorite, I don't find like a need to replace it. But I've been really, really happy with these two products, and they've quickly become favorites. At least this one I've been using for at least the last month. But the Anastasia one, like, this is the first time since the Pure Cosmetics foundation that I'm really, really into a foundation. So I'm just setting under my eyes with the Too Faced Born This Way powder. And then just to give you guys a quick comparison to the Fenty foundation, I do like the Anastasia one a bit better. It gives a little bit more coverage. And it's actually, even though it's supposed to be like a luminous foundation, like the name of it is Luminous Foundation, the Fenty Hydrating Foundation is a bit more luminous than the Anastasia one. But just so you know, with the Fenty foundation, I need to make sure to set it with a matte powder, so I'll always use the Too Faced Born This Way powder. But with the Luminous Foundation, it's not so dewy that I have to set it with a matte powder. I can still use my favorite from Laura Mercier. This is the Translucent Glow powder. It makes it look a little bit more luminous, but it's not so glowy that it looks like I put highlighter all over my face. And the Luminous Foundation does dry pretty quickly on my face as well, which is awesome. Like, it doesn't feel sticky or tacky. I don't find that it transfers throughout the day. So it's a really good hydrating foundation, good coverage, long wearing, no negatives whatsoever with this Anastasia foundation, especially if you have drier skin. Check this out and you want something with like good coverage, wear time, like only positives with that. So I'm gonna contour with an old product because I am trying to get rid of this. This is from Kim Kwan. This is their contour book. I'm actually gonna declutter this like in the next couple weeks. I basically just wanna finish up this powder as much as I can, the sculpting powder. The rest of it looks pretty gross because it's old and that's what happens. But Kim Kwan sculpting powders, so good. I have a few other ones in my collection. Probably like my favorite contour products. I feel like they have shades that really work on my complexion. Because of course with like contour powders, you want something kind of cool tone, but I have such a warm complexion that some other contour powders look just like gray. Like I just took a pencil and put it all over my face or something. Where this, it's cool tone, but still realistic looking. And then this has been one of my favorite bronzers this summer. This is the Sunkissed bronzer from Cover FX. Super pretty bronzer duo. I love that it has like a matte side and a shimmer. I just mix them both together. And even the shimmer isn't like too shimmery, but really, really smooth finish. Very creamy, so it looks really natural on your skin. It doesn't look powdery. So for blush, I'm using one of the Buxom Wanderlust blushes in the shade Seychelles. This is their primer infused blush. I just wanted to show Buxom some love because I did end up returning the eyeshadow palette from Buxom, the Boss Betty eyeshadow palette. I wasn't feeling that one at all. It wasn't bad, honestly, it wasn't bad at all, but I just have so many palettes in my collection that are way better quality and formula that it wasn't worth keeping to me. But I do love me some Buxom, their blushes, and I am gonna wear one of their new lip colors that I have been really liking today. All right, so moving on to the eyes, I do wanna apply the Marc Jacobs Sequined eyeshadow. This is so pretty. I haven't even put this on my eyes yet. I'm just so excited about it because I do already know that I love this formula. I have a different shade. But for the matte shades, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Jackie Aina palette. I have been really loving this palette. I think I've worn this palette pretty much every single day since I've gotten it, like 2.5, 3 weeks ago. But really, really loving this. And I did get a question on Instagram if any of the shades like stain my eyes. I didn't find that to be the case. I believe these 3 shades in the center are all pressed pigments that sometimes end up staining your eyes, but I haven't found that to be the case, and especially this shade in the center, I've been wearing a lot in my crease and I don't find it to stain at all. So in case you were concerned about that, I haven't had any issues. I'm going to use the shade Ginger. I love a warm crease, well always. I love a warm crease with a more of a cool tone lid color. I wish I set my eyeshadow or my eyes a little bit more because you can see it almost looks a little patchy, but that's just because I didn't set my concealer as well as I should have. But There we go. It blends out pretty easily. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite Anastasia palettes. Especially, I think I'm getting a ton of use out of it for fall. Because last year I was so obsessed with the sultry palette for fall and winter. It has like those more cool tone, smokier shades. And this is a similar vibe, but with more warm tones and more like jewel tone colors. So I'm just continuing to layer on the one shade Ginger and really like build it up in my outer corner. I honestly think I'm just gonna use like 2 shadows and then the lid color because I don't need to kind of overcomplicate this look. The lid color is definitely gonna speak for itself. So I just want to make sure I have like a really defined crease. I'm also going to take a little bit of the shade Credit. Just apply that in my outer corner. And I like that it has a little bit of like a purple hint to it. You can see it has like a little bit of like an eggplant, purpley brown color to it. So that when I apply the silver shade, it all like goes together nicely. All right, so I'm gonna apply a little bit of setting spray on a Morphe M124. And then we're gonna go in with the sequin eyeshadow from Marc Jacobs. This is in the shade Glitter Rock. This is so pretty. So I'm just gonna start off with a little bit and build it up on my eye because I know that this is so intense so quickly. Oh, it makes me so happy. I love this color. And I never do cool tone eyeshadows, but I love the look of silver eyeshadow so much, especially for fall and winter. And I'm gonna do this with a nude lip today, but this shade with like a burgundy lip color, something like really deep, will look so pretty too. Definitely check these out from Marc Jacobs because it's so, like one swipe like that, so pigmented. And you could do so, like it looks like you did so much without really trying. There's a bunch of different shades. I definitely want to get another one of these. I just wish that they weren't limited edition. They are a little pricier. Like the original price is $28, but honestly, to me, this one little eyeshadow is worth the same price as a full eyeshadow palette because it makes me just as excited and just as happy if you just find like a lid color that you really like. I feel like this one's like really universal. I love how it looks with like a really warm crease. I feel like that's the trick on my complexion, like a really warm complexion, is that cool tone lid color with a warm crease. It just looks less harsh on me. So I think I'm gonna add just a tiny bit on a dry brush of this shade Shookington, just because this is getting a little purpley on the outer corner. I just want to emphasize that a little more. Like I just want it to turn into like a really deep purple outer edge. There we go. So I also love the combination of like purple, like this kind of deep purple with like an orangey crease. So there's some of my favorite colors. I'm just gonna blend out the silver a little more. So I just threw on some lashes. These are from House of Lashes and the Sephora collection. I really actually like these. I'm super picky about lashes. I always wear the Misha lashes from Coco Lashes. I ran out and I need to order some really badly. So I ended up picking up these at Sephora when I was returning the Buxom palette, and they're in the style Natalia, and I didn't even know that until I put them on. So those worked out, and I think they will last. Hopefully they'll last me all week because I gotta order other lashes. And then let me finish up the eyes. So I did a little bit of a purple eyeliner. I used the Urban Decay liner in the shade Vice that I've had forever and I'm almost out of, but this is like my favorite purple eyeliner because it has a little bit of like a glitter to it. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Ginger to start off the lower lash line. Then I'm also gonna add the shade Shookington, mostly on the outer edge, just finish off the purpley-ness on the eye. So I just finished up the lower lash line with mascara, and then I'm going to use the Tarte-LIT Chrome Paint, yeah, that's what it's called, for highlighter. And I'm also going to apply this in my inner corner because it's so intense that I really, really like the look of that. I'm just going to take a tiny bit and pop that into the inner corner. It just adds an extra dimension. I love I've been wearing this as eyeshadow like the last couple days too, and I really like the look of it. Super sparkly, and I really love the look of like a really intense inner corner highlight. I'm also gonna apply this as highlighter all over my face. I've actually really been enjoying this highlighter the last couple days, and it smells so good. It's very intense. It just smells like I opened up cake batter. So other than that Buxom eyeshadow palette, I'm really happy with everything so far that I got at the VIB sale. And like I said, I returned the eyeshadow palette, so it's not even a big deal. And then I am gonna apply one of the Buxom lip colors. I'm gonna apply the one that I showed you guys, or I told you guys I didn't get in my original order. So this one showed up the next day. This is the shade Goddess. But before I do that, I'm gonna apply a lip liner. So I'm gonna use the Buxom lip liner in the shade Stealth. This is my Holy Grail lip liner. So I'm just applying that all over because the lipstick is a little bit more sheer. But I do really like the formula. I've been wearing it the last couple of days. And it is definitely a plumping formula. It's basically like a solid lip gloss kind of, because it's very hydrating, and then it gives you like that plumping, tingly effect. All right, so my makeup is complete. Right away, I feel the plumping effect of this lipstick. I really like this lipstick so far because it's so comfortable and so hydrating. And I'm gonna finish off with a dewy setting mist from Anastasia. Oh my God, it does remind me exactly of MAC Fix Plus, the coconut version, because I would repurchase that one over the original one a lot. And it smells exactly like it. It has like a light coconut mist, and it feels very hydrating. I probably applied way too much. I look a little too dewy now, but that's okay. Really liking the setting mist so far. I've just been really happy with everything that I purchased, and some of them were like a little bit more, not impulsive buys, but products I didn't really see reviews on. I just kind of really wanted them for some reason. All right, so that is the completed look. Really enjoying all the products that I purchased during the Sephora sale. If you guys want to check anything out, like really into and surprised by this highlighter from Tarte. I don't find that it really like emphasizes texture too much because it is super pigmented, and I apply a lot, and it's just a little bit of texture, but it's not like anything that is worrisome at all. Love the Marc Jacobs eyeshadow. Like I said, I already have this in a different shade, so I know it holds up so nicely and it looks amazing. Love this shadow, love this shade, and I want to get more. The Buxom lipsticks I'm loving. I actually just really like everything that I purchased, but especially the Anastasia foundation. Like I keep looking at my skin and it makes me so excited and so happy to find like another Holy Grail foundation. Like I already know that in just a couple days that this is going to be one of my favorites of the entire year. It has every quality that I look for in a foundation, and just in general, really happy with all of the purchases. I'll leave all of my Sephora sale videos below if you guys want to see my wish list and my haul. And all the products that I mentioned today will be listed below as well. But that is everything for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.